Welcome to the 35th video in the series, Foundations of Communist Organizing. Today we'll be going over the 1945 piece by Prometeo, Nature, Function, and Tactics of the Revolutionary Party of the Working Class. I've subtitled this Dialectical Unity of Immutable Principles, which Dictate Tactical Dynamism. Principles and actions are in a dialectical relationship, and arise together, with tactics and organizational form being the same, and in relation to principles and actions in turn. Hence, if the basis for action changes, then tactics and structure must change. However, because the class character of society is in place and does not change outside of revolution, that means that our principles must not be distorted or revised. Dogmatism, thus, must be avoided with its belief that one size fits all for organization, else our tactical actions may have reduced their potential for dynamic formation. At all times, the task of the party is to support individual immediate interests while not harming its own program's basis, which is to be able to carry out the general and final goal: revolution, seizure of political power, and with the production of a dictatorship of the proletariat which can construct communism. This does not change regardless of change in conditions. Hence, a breach with this results in the party no longer being communist. The tactics, on the other hand, are modified by social forces and are not eternal. We must expect that the quote-unquote liberties afforded to us by bourgeois states will disappear the moment we start taking action to establish a dictatorship of the proletariat, no matter how peacefully. The tactics, therefore, should be prepared to transition to offensive against counteroffensive by the bourgeoisie, and should not compromise the party's character or ability to act as general staff, leading to the final objective. The tactics of the party must, in general, 1. Predict situations and conduct. 2. Be able to be carried out. 3. Be consistent with theory. 4. Be consistent with the political consciousness of those carrying it out. 5. Be consistent with the movement's traditions. 6. Be anticipatable by those within the movement. And finally, 7. Center internationalism as a struggle against imperialism makes it so local tactics can only be aspects of general revolutionary strategy across the world. This allows the party to carry out action without delay, and with autonomous units moving without having to await command, as they know what is needed. The ability for the party to produce tactics and carry them out requires that the party remain autonomous, with its own revolutionary slogans and activities which make it fully distinct from any party that is opportunistic or revisionist. Our strategy should be to restore programmatic clarity to the international movement, and then rebuild the network of organizations in each country, which requires us rejecting coalition, remain autonomous, and not under other movements or a super party, and understand the proletarian masses through theory, action, preparation for insurrectionary assault, and management of power. With this understanding, the proletariat will understand that the party is the only path forward to defeat capitalism and fascism. And that's my summary of Nature, Function, and Tactics of the Revolutionary Party of the Working Class. As usual, if you'd like to go over the quotations I derived the summary from, you can go into the description below and find a link to this Google Doc where you can read it yourself, or you can also go onto the United Marxist Pact Discord server, which you will find a link to in there as well, and we'd love to talk to you about this at any point. With that said, tomorrow we will be going over the 1945 piece by the International Communist Party, the Party Platform. Thank you for joining me for today's topical summary, and I hope to see you then.